I am a rose of Sharon, a lily of the valleys. The Song of Songs are beautiful love songs shared between Solomon and the Shulamite woman. This book was included in the Bible because these songs depict the ideal love between Christ and believers. The Shulamite woman's hometown was Shunem, a small village in the northern part of Israel. She was most likely a beautiful lady who caught many of the villagers' attention. However, when she was loved by Solomon and had to move to Jerusalem, her confidence in her own beauty had probably waned as she spent her days in a splendid palace. The other ladies were the cream of the crop. They were from noble families, and unlike herself, they all had fair, white skin. Whenever she felt insecure and anxious due to the reasons above, she probably thought to herself, "Yet Solomon loves me the most." But the more she got to know Solomon, she probably could not find objective reasons why such a wise, powerful, and wealthy king should love her. That is why the Shulamite woman describes herself as a rose of Sharon, a lily of the valleys. The original word for the rose of Sharon, habaselet, is the name of a flower that only appears twice in the Bible. It is a flower that is ordinary yet full of vitality. Thus, the Shulamite woman is confessing that she is just one ordinary flower amongst many that have splendidly blossomed on the field of Sharon. A lily that has blossomed in a deep valley that no one takes notice of. However, at the same time, this confession is also a resolve to be as pure as a lily while being aware of the single person that gives her attention. With the vitality of the rose of Sharon, the blossoms, withers, then blossoms again. When Solomon hears the Shulamite woman's confessions, he sends her great words of comfort. "Like a lily among thorns is my darling among the young women." This meant that she looked especially lovely and delicate in his eyes, and this shows his will, that he would protect her and rescue her no matter what. In fact, the only way to save a lily among thorns is to actually go inside the thorn bush. And because of this, Jesus came to this world and wore the crown of thorns and was pierced by nails that looked like thorns. And when the Shulamite woman receives such a confession of love, the subject of her song changes from I to my beloved. In Song of Songs chapter 2, my beloved is used 6 times as the subject of the Shulamite woman's confession. Earlier, her songs were about her own sorrows, but from this point on, her songs had changed to songs of joy due to Solomon. Actually, true healing is not based on a person becoming 100% complete. True healing is realized when you put Jesus, who loves you, as the subject of your life and praise Him. And God will complete the work of transforming this dry and destitute world into a beautiful flower garden. He will achieve this through those who are like the rose of Sharon on the field of Sharon. Such people are not splendid by themselves, but are beautiful in sharing life with others. And with their endless vitality, they are aware of only Jesus' attention. The desert and the parched land will be glad. The wilderness will rejoice and blossom. Like the crocus, habaselet in its original word, it will burst into bloom. It will rejoice greatly and shout for joy. The glory of Lebanon will be given to it, the splendor of Carmel and Sharon. They will see the glory of the Lord, the splendor of our God. Our spiritual life is in fact a married life with Jesus. But in order for us the bride of Christ, to foster a happy love without insecurities and anxieties, we must humbly confess, like the Shulamite woman, as if going through a rite of passage, I am a rose of Sharon, a lily of the valleys. Is this confession yours as well? Or are you still yelling back, why do you see me as a rose of Sharon? Do not treat me like a lily of the valleys. Song of Songs, chapter 2, verses 1 through 3. I am a rose of Sharon, a lily of the valleys. Like a lily among thorns is my darling among the young women. Like an apple among the trees of the forest is my beloved among the young men. I delight to sit in the shade, and its fruit is sweet to my taste.